Who inspires you? Your mother? Your child? Inspiration comes in many forms, and at WBGU-TV, you inspire us to bring entertaining and educational programming to our region. Get inspired, stay inspired.
Well, the origin of this project really started in my head and in my heart. And it was very connected to my 26 years in West Virginia. I was right in the middle of mountaintop removal mining, and I experienced firsthand the devastation and the destruction of mountaintop removal mining, and realizing that this is where we get our electricity. I wanted to show that there are other ways to get electricity, other ways to use energy much more efficiently without hurting other human beings. And when I came back to Tiffin in 2006, I got the idea to not only talk about green building, but let's do it. If you look carefully around the house, you'll see a little inchworm, and that's our mascot, the inchworm. It was sort of inch by inch, but eventually with a lot of determination, it got finished.
You know, I think just to be sensitive to why we did this. Stretches people's thinking. How can we all work together to keep our earth more healthy? And if it's through building a house like this, or if it's just being more sensitive to solar energy, wind energy, simplicity, caring for the life creation around us, hopefully that will happen.
You can build an alternative house out of all kinds of things. I think straw is beautiful, and I love the round aesthetic qualities that you can get with clay plaster on top of straw. I think it's just beautiful.
In Crestone, Colorado, they build homes of all shapes and sizes because it's a flexible material to be able to use with a stucco outside. It's very efficient, and so it's been around for quite a while.
Eventually we're going to get some solar panels on top of the roof up there, and once we get the solar panels along with the wind turbine, we are going to be making every single bit of energy that we use. So we'll be totally energy independent. We're not only talking about it and educating people, we're demonstrating it. We have a truth window that demonstrates the multitude of people who donated to the project, who volunteered to the project, who were major sponsors. So they're all listed in the truth window. And if there's any skeptics that come in the door and say, this isn't made out of straw, we just go over and open up the door, and there's the straw.
The first thing was the foundation and getting the foundation laid. And then, of course, just like any other traditional house, walls were built. It's not a traditional straw bale house in that a normal straw bale house would be plastered on the inside and the outside. And this is actually a frame construction on the outside, and the straw bales are basically placed into the walls for insulation purposes and to give it some of the aesthetic beauty that it has.
When Sister Jane came to me, she asked me to design 2 windows for the straw house. So I started putting a few things together. So I put in the straw, as you can see in the windows. And then, because of where it's built on the grounds of St. Francis, I decided to put in a little bit of a Celtic touch with the Trinity. And then with the other design, then I put the sun, which is, which creates everything. Without it, we wouldn't be here. The
people that sort of look at this a little askew are your traditional home builders. Why go through all this? I think it's going to take people that are willing to take a risk, willing to do something new and different, and people that really care enough about the earth and climate change and the future of our kids to really step in there and do something different. People say that it costs more than a traditional house to build. We know that electricity is going to rise. It already is starting to get more expensive, and that's not going to stop. So in the long run, we're going to be sitting pretty. And I don't care where you are. You can do innovative, creative things that can make a difference. And it just so happened we landed here, and this is what we had. So we picked out this little spot, and we did something wonderful.
Scenic Stops is brought to you by WBGU-TV. Support great local programming by giving now at wbgu.org/pledge.